Welcome to the YouTube Creators Hub podcast, where we help you conquer the internet one video at a time. We cover everything from how to start a YouTube channel to how to make a video go viral. And now, here's your host, the one and only Dusty Porter.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. If you are a listener of the show, welcome back. If you are a new listener to the show, welcome. We're so glad to have you. If you're looking to either start, grow, or monetize your YouTube channel, welcome. This is the show for you, where each and every Friday I interview a wonderful YouTube creator, and I talk with them about their journey, their failures, the things that they think have made them the most successful on the platform, and so much more. We've got a couple of creators on the show today that are averaging around 90 to 100 million views per month. So get your listening ears ready because we've got a good one for you this week. We're brought to you by the fine folks over at TubeBuddy. Got a special thing to announce and talk about today. The new Shorts optimizer and Shorts suggestion tool, which is going to be a game changer, is coming down the pipeline, as well as other AI features and fun stuff coming to TubeBuddy. So if you haven't already tried it out, please use our link below for a free 30-day trial. Also, a couple of other ways you can connect and grow with us is you can join our Patreon over on patreon.com/DustyPorter. All the links will be in the show notes. You can join our creator Discord for as little as $5 a month. And be a kind of a fly on the wall and chat and interact with other YouTube creators. This week, we have a bunch of new people joining the crew. We have Brian Scott from The Farmer's Life, Miranda M., Matt L., Randy E., Simon H., Chase S., Burns, Cat Switch, Procrastination DIY, Gene Paul from The Plain Parent. Thank you all for being a part of that group over there. That also gets you in the door to be a part of our mastermind groups, which are going up in price next month, but we do have our third and final one for the entry-level price this coming week. So we have a bunch of fun stuff happening over there. You can also hire me to do a YouTube coaching and consultation call with you, as well as a channel review on that call as well, if that's something you would like for me to do. All of those links will be down below. I would like to give a big thank you to all of you who continue to listen. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate it. The show continues to grow. A couple of things you can do for us for free. You can leave us a review on your podcast player of choice, and you can just subscribe to the show. Absolutely free, no charge to you, and you'll get notified every Friday when we go live with a new episode. So, with all of that fun stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this week's conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. Dusty here, the host of the show. Today, I am joined by Ken and Kade from the Dino Bunny Cosplay YouTube channel. Cosplay, drag, and storytelling, that's what they're about. They are a real-life couple who use the world of cosplay and makeup to weave together engaging stories using short-form video. Their most popular series, Mario Lore, follows the characters from the Super Mario franchise through love, betrayal, and a thirst for power in Mushroom Kingdom. That just makes me want to go watch it. Mario Lore has over 500 million views across social media platforms. Ken, Kade, how are you doing today?
We're great.
Doing great.
Excited to
All
be
right. Well, listen, I've got a lot of questions from that, but before we get started, I want to hear the origin story of the Dino Bunny Cosplay YouTube channel. You guys are quickly approaching 600,000 subscribers, just crossed over that 500 video threshold. So let's talk about the journey to this point. Obviously, there's some ebbs and flows, there's some failures, and we'll talk about that. But give me the origin story of how this came to be. Whichever one of you guys wants to take that is fine with me.
Yeah, so we both come from TikTok originally. We both had our own channels on TikTok. We actually met as cosplayers on the TikTok cosplay sort of community on there. We started making the Mario Lore series together, and we just started making so much content together. So when we made a YouTube channel, instead of making individual channels, we decided ultimately making a joint one. So that we could post our content that we share is smarter for us. So that's kind of how we started. I think we started YouTube around 9 months ago.
So 9 months, 578,000 subscribers. That, in terms of what folks know on YouTube, that is a meteoric rise as far as numbers go. So you guys obviously have something figured out, and we are going to certainly talk about that. But I want to ask both of you, whoever wants to start is fine. What would you attribute that to? Would you say it's because of the large following coming from TikTok over to YouTube? What would be some of the things that you would say this is why that the YouTube channel has grown this fast, this big, this fast?
I think that having an established following on different platform helps, but we actually have a lot of people who discovered us on YouTube and are completely new to the series. I think a big part of the appeal is the story and how it pulls people in and makes them want to come back for more versus other cosplay videos where it's like a transition video, where it's visually appealing, but it doesn't have an ongoing narrative the way Mario Lore does. And I think that's it really hooks people, and I think that's part of the success.
And when we came to YouTube, we actually we had one time where we advertised our YouTube once on TikTok, and it was when our channel was very, very small, and all of our growth on YouTube is actually organic from YouTube alone.
That's interesting. So you would say that by having kind of a series, that you have kind of an ongoing series that you're doing, and you guys are doing it much differently than what many folks would assume, because you are doing this series with YouTube Shorts. Is that correct? I mean, primarily with vertical video.
Yep. We are doing it that way, but we do a compilation video where we kind of break up our story into seasons, and I'll go through and collect all the, vertical videos and put them together and have them flow and put slides in between them to add extra narrative, and put that together into a long form video that people can then jump in and more easily get into the story. So it's a mixture of both. We plan on doing that for as the series goes.
And you guys are doing it basically backwards. What most folks do is they do the long form videos first, and then they take those clips and put them over on the short form. So I love that. We'll certainly get to monetization and monetization on YouTube and kind of how you guys make money certainly here shortly. But how do you make the videos? I'm looking through your catalog right now. You guys are at a crazy cadence. I mean, all of the if folks don't know what cosplay is, maybe you could at the beginning of this answer give them a brief 1 to 2 sentence explanation of what it is, so they know kind of what goes into making these videos. But like, how are you doing the production, the editing, all of that? Give us the full kind of walk around with that.
Yeah, so cosplay is just, dressing up as characters from a specific franchise, typically one that already exists, how people used to dress up and go to the Star Wars movie premiere. That's, where it got big in the United States, I believe. But so we dress up as the Mario characters with kind of original designs and spins to them. And the way that we've done our series is we've written out the entire series into 3 big seasons. And we go through and we fill out all the little gaps. So we hit the record button, and I record on TikTok right now, but you can record YouTube Shorts. Filming is also very good. But I record it on TikTok because the beauty filter I just like a little bit better. And I just download it from there to post onto YouTube. But we record the video and then alter it in clips. Sometimes we alter it on Adobe After Effects. Sometimes we just alter it in app. Kade actually has a degree in visual effects, so we've used that quite a bit for some crazy like ghost special effects on like Pokemon videos and stuff. So,
Sure.
Yeah, so we just go in and we add the lyrics. One thing that's really important is adding the names of the characters has been very helpful for us, and it's made our videos do better if people see, like, why is Princess Peach talking about Bowser in this instance, so a lot of name dropping.
Yeah, we go in and add text to go along with everything. So most of our videos, you could have the audio off and be able to follow the series perfectly fine because we add text to everything. We have our characters' names. So almost like if you're playing a video game that has a story to it, the way the characters will come up and have text and dialogue, and you read it that way. And then as far as our filming setup, we were constantly adding to it, and the quality is always gradually improving. We started off, like most people, just with like a ring light and as we've grown, we've invested more in like nicer lighting and, nicer setups, backdrops. We have a wonderful community that supports us and has helped us really grow the quality of our content. Yeah, and then my visual effects background is helpful for sure for doing more out there effects. I honestly, I could flex it more than I do, but it is fun when I can, bust that out, with the green screen and do some particle effects and, make the eyes glow and do fire effects. And every once in a while, I do that, and that's always fun.
I love it. And now, what is the cadence for the channel? Because for the most part, your channel is primarily short form vertical video. You obviously have some of those mashups and longer videos as well. I believe you have about 11 or 12 of those currently, and you're talking about wanting to do more of those. And so, being a primarily vertical video shorts channel, what are your thoughts on, and what have you seen with the experience on your channel of how frequently do you guys upload, and do you think it's about right, or should you do more or less? What are your thoughts on that?
So I do all of our uploading, and I queue one video to post every day, typically at 10 a.m. And then for our series, I add 3 or 4 times a week, I post a second time in a day. So every day posting, sometimes twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have videos that are part of our series, and then we all have other cosplays that are just like transition videos and all that. So we do a mixture of the story content and with the Mario lore, and then other content where it's sometimes couples content, us as people, or, other cosplays. So we have set days where we update the Mario lore story, and then the rest is the other content.
What's really interesting about YouTube and the upload pace is that on TikTok, if your video does not do well in like 2 days a day, like it's very, very unlikely to do well. You're not going to hit that audience. But on YouTube Shorts, as well as long form video, you can have a video blow up like months and months down the road. Like I'm constantly going back to our old videos. I'm like, oh, that has 6 million views now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I agree with that completely. That's why I always tell folks the benefits of evergreen content and having content that can still bring you eyeballs and views and money and clientele, whatever you're looking for, months and even years down the road. I think I have a video tutorial that I did like 7 years ago that still brings in like 50,000 views a month, which is insane, but it's just the way of and the nature of the beast. And it's very interesting to hear you say that about TikTok, because I have heard other creators that I've had on here, they've told me that's the way it is. You either need to show up at the top and blow up and have it go viral and get those views for the first couple of days, but after that, it's not going to show up in search. I mean, it's just not the way. And I like the way YouTube does that, to where the discoverability can happen, at a later date. That to me is a very neat process. And I think it is a kind of a feather in YouTube's cap, because as we are in this race of TikTok and YouTube and whoever's going to win it, I think that is one benefit of using YouTube. Now, I want to say all that to ask the next question. I assume if you're recording it in TikTok and you're publishing on TikTok, are you basically just mirroring the videos you put on TikTok on YouTube as shorts? They're the same exact videos. Is that correct?
Yes. So yeah, it's a little different because the posting it in a different order. But yes, so, reusing your content every single way that you can, posting it onto TikTok, onto Instagram. We're actually looking into Snapchat because, with TikTok possibly getting banned in the future, Snapchat is hugely successful in India, which is the one country where TikTok is banned. So like we're looking into, just cross-posting our stuff elsewhere, because people don't, use all these platforms. You get different viewers on each one who want to see your content.
Yeah, that's... Go ahead.
We do have some videos that we've made specifically for YouTube, specifically the long form videos. Ken did a makeup tutorial. There's the compilation I mentioned, and we plan on doing more, especially for the longer videos, specifically made for YouTube. And then for our series, we're kind of curating it for YouTube. So when we posted initially on TikTok, it wasn't in order. And now, because we're able to kind of look back in the old videos and we're like, okay, this one we don't actually like, we're going to cut that, and we're going to, change the order, and we're kind of able to refine it. And we joke that our YouTube, it's like our The youngest child.
Our babies, they're the ones that get it the best.
They're getting the best parenting. They're getting the best content from us. They're getting the nice curated experience.
I absolutely love that. That is amazing. Now, one of the questions I get a lot about repurposing TikTok content over to YouTube is the watermark. So how do you guys handle that?
So I don't recommend doing this on mobile. I was asked recently by another creator, like how we do it because our videos look a little more HD on YouTube than some others. And the reason why is because if you use one of those mobile app, like download without the watermark on your phone, it's not going to get it in HD, even if you pay for it. So if you just look up like TikTok watermark, I don't know which one is the best one. I use SaveTik, I think. But yeah, we just download it off of like a video downloader thing like that and just put it into a playlist and upload it onto YouTube.
And you're doing it on your PC or your desktop, right?
Correct.
You're going to that website, you're downloading that from TikTok, and then using a tool like whatever you just said. Can you mention the name of that one more time?
I think the cat just unplugged your mic, Kade.
Nope, it fixed it.
Okay, cool.
My cat just ran it by.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. So, what is the name of that the app that you use to download or remove the watermark on the desktop on the computer?
I believe it's called SaveTik, and it has like a blue screen. Yeah, I just look up TikTok watermark downloader. Yeah, there's mobile apps, but again, they're just not as good.
Absolutely. I've used one of the mobile apps, and you're right. The quality, it just degrades the quality of the video that you upload via TikTok. So what's the point of using that beauty filter if you're not going to be beautiful, right?
Right,
YouTube.
exactly.
So, all right. So my next question is, I mean, you're getting hundreds of thousands to millions of views on these shorts. I mean, you guys are killing it. You're doing a really good job. You've got a community. So I got a couple of follow-up questions about this because you are so, centered around YouTube Shorts. Number one, the first question is about community. Have you found that it's easy, hard to build a community on YouTube doing YouTube Shorts? Like the comments on a YouTube Short are kind of over on the side. They're kind of hidden. What are both of your thoughts on that as far as building a community just by doing YouTube Shorts?
I would say our community and like they call themselves like the Marioler fandom is actually a lot more successful on YouTube Shorts than it is other platforms. I don't know why, just like from the beginning, they remember everyone's names. They remember like, what we're up to. It's like they seem a little more involved with each other and they'll have conversations with each other about the story in the comments. I would say it's a little more than TikTok.
Yeah, wow. TikTok has, you can only post, it has so many words before your comments get cut off. While on YouTube, people will sometimes write almost like essays on our story and what they think about it and all that. And people have long back and forth conversations. So I think the ability to write those essays and all that, I think contributes to that community.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask that, because I feel like there is opportunity there. Just folks sometimes may not see that. So it's good to hear a creator who has popular content as YouTube Shorts to say that, because I do believe that's the case as well. All right, so the elephant in the room, monetization. We're not going to talk about exact numbers, but you are a creator. You're well over 500,000 subscribers. You get, like I mentioned, hundreds of thousands to millions of views on your YouTube Shorts. Obviously, you're monetized. So can you give us an estimate of first the amount of views you're getting per day, and then just an estimate of what that may pay out just on the YouTube side of things?
Let's see. So we're around I think at this point, we're 90 million views per month. So if you divide that out, what is that? 3 million views a day on our YouTube Shorts. I don't know the exact math, but I will say that it's a lot more money than TikTok. It's almost laughable how little money you make off of TikTok, especially with we were all nervous when the YouTube ad revenue was coming, like the ad revenue sharing for Shorts, because we were like, oh, okay, are we all going to make less money? And, it's hard to say because we've also, we're constantly growing, but it seems like we're actually making more money on the ad revenue sharing. And it's a very decent chunk of change, like TikTok, which is pennies.
Yeah.
So if we were to quantitate it, obviously I'm not asking for an exact number, but like what would be for the past few months, like an average month for you guys, just for YouTube, like on the ad revenue side? Not an exact number, but I mean, are we talking a couple thousand, or are we talking?
Couple thousand, yeah. It's gone it's gone between like around like 1,000 to, you know, not up in the tens, but like, you know, to a
Sure.
couple thousand, and it's gone up quite a
Right.
bit since the new revenue sharing happened.
Right. Because a channel that would be getting those numbers as regular videos, let's say you're getting 90 million views, just for those out there listening to this, in my niche, if I was getting 90 million views, I mean, we're talking crazy numbers as far as how much money you would make. So I think that the opportunity that YouTube is providing shorts creators is amazing. I'm so glad they're paying people to do this, but I'd love to see that. And it's tough too, because you know, it is a YouTube short, you know, and you think about how you consume it, you know, every time you're swiping up, you don't want to see an ad, you know, is it every 10 videos, every 100 videos? Like, how do you format it? I do believe it will get better. I do believe the money will get better, maybe not dramatically, but it will get better. Are there any things that the two of you would like to see improved with the vertical or short form content over on YouTube? What are some things that you'd like to see changed or improved upon?
From YouTube's perspective, I just think, I don't know if this is something YouTube needs to work on. I would like to film directly onto YouTube Shorts instead of filming onto TikTok and posting it on YouTube. But I think that's just a comfort thing. And it's the beauty filter I just prefer a little bit better on TikTok. So I'd like to see that from a filming perspective would be nice, as well as, you know, the filters and all those things. They don't really have a lot of filters on YouTube.
Yeah, I would love to see that as well. Anything else?
Thinking. I mean, I think a big part of TikTok is the big amount of music they have to pick from. YouTube has that as well.
YouTube has it. They're working on it slowly. You know, when we first started on YouTube Shorts, their audio library was challenging because, you know, it's a very big difference from using the audio library on long form video. But now, similarly to Instagram, it'll automatically kind of sense, like it'll pick up the song you're using and put it as part of an audio library, even if you're uploading out of app without hooking it up to the audio. So it looks like honestly, all the platforms are kind of growing on that. So being able to film with audios directly from YouTube a little better, I think would be great.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it, because like there's a lot of things that YouTube has that we're really happy with.
We're just so happy with YouTube in general. There's like honestly not
Being able to queue the videos,
queuing the playlist feature.
it's like, yeah, it's really important for us. You know, for TikTok, you have to go in, you know, every day and, you know, post your video, versus YouTube, we can queue them up, and it just really makes
Yeah, if you're out and about, like you have a weekend with the family, YouTube, you have it all queued up, it's ready to go. But TikTok, I have to go, okay, guys, hold on a sec. And I have to sit on my phone and I have to upload a video and like check it and make sure that no issues happen, because like TikTok can be so buggy, you know?
Yeah.
And what you guys are mentioning is just scheduling videos, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
yeah. So that's something that it's interesting to hear people come from TikTok talk about having to do that. It just blows my mind that that's even, I mean, an app in 2023 doesn't have that feature.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the more I talk to creators on YouTube who are doing vertical short content, and I've talked to some large creators like you guys, and they all say the same thing. Like, they're so thankful for what YouTube is providing. And I think that if YouTube would just kind of put their foot on the throat of other platforms, I think they could really, it'd be a game changer. And I don't know what that next step would be, but I do believe it's out there. I mean, they have the best platform for uploaded video content. They have in my opinion, they're getting there with live streaming and beating sites like Twitch and places like that. And now they're competing with TikTok and Instagram and other vertical video services. And I think they're well and beyond going way beyond what the other services provide. So I love that. Are there any bits of advice that you could give creators who are maybe scared to do vertical short form on their channel, or just in general about that type of content?
I absolutely just get out there and start doing it, you know, because it's something you cannot just, you have to not be perfect when you start. You have to learn and see what does well for you. And if you are unhappy with your content, eventually you can just get rid of it. But also for creators that have been, you know, on TikTok or on Instagram for a long time, and I see so many people that are scared to upload onto YouTube Shorts. And then if they do upload onto YouTube Shorts, it's only like their most viral videos. But really, like, I was told by a very large creator who is a dear friend who said, hey, you need to start uploading onto YouTube Shorts. That was 9 months ago when I made our channel. Bucket Brown.
Bucket Brown.
And they said, upload it onto YouTube Shorts because people are already going to upload your videos for you. Like, people are going to take videos from other platforms and re-upload them onto YouTube Shorts. So you might as well start getting monetized for it.
Yeah.
And that was like a game changer for us, because that's what I keep saying to other creators is just start doing it. And if you haven't, tried filming, just get out there and do some silly little videos, because you never know what's going to become your niche. Because 2 years ago, I did not think I was going to be the Mario fan fiction viral creator who goes to like big cons like DreamHack San Diego as a guest. Like, start doing it and see where it takes you.
Yeah, definitely don't wait until you're perfect. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people get stuck on. You can always improve as you go.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear you guys say this, and you've had such great success. I mean, was there ever a moment, maybe early on in the TikTok days, where, how did you get beyond because a lot of creators, I believe this question was asked in my my private Discord server that I kind of host for creators who want to kind of talk with each other. And one of the questions that someone in there posed that I asked one of my guests is that, what do you do on the occasions when you don't feel like it's going your way? Or, you think to yourself, should I be doing this? Like, should I even be uploading or recording content? Has that ever crossed your minds, and kind of how did you deal with that kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, that doubt?
Yeah, I believe, Kade, right before we started Mario Lore, you almost quit.
Yeah, I was on the verge when my account initially took off more for anime, My Hero Academia content, and I enjoyed doing it, but I was sort of losing my passion for it, and I felt kind of stuck in a rut where I felt like people only wanted like 2 characters from me, and that's all they cared about, and I just wasn't feeling as passionate about it, and I would try to branch out, and it just wouldn't really take off, and I was just feeling really stuck. And Ken had this kind of rough idea. It was a very rough concept for a story. Yeah, she's like, hear me out, Princess Peach and Bowser, they're in love. Hear me out. And I was like, you know what? Why not? And I just happened to have like this like old army jacket, and I put some spikes on it. It was, I already had the red wig. It was that first Bowser was cosplay I just threw together and did it. And I just got, people were into it. But a lot of it too is I got excited about it. I found something that I was excited about. And I sat down with her, and, the Dungeons and Masters DM brain came out and started like coming out, fleshing out this whole world and this whole story and nerding out on it. And I was excited about it. I was having fun making it. And so, that made it enjoyable again. So even if the content didn't blow up, I was having a good time making it. So like we'll occasionally have videos that don't do as well. And it doesn't really affect me as much because I feel good about what I made and I'm excited about it.
It's really about finding your passion and what makes you happy to get through those tough times. There have been times where I've thought throughout the week, oh man, I got to record an episode of the podcast this week, or I've got like 6 or 7 in the can, and I got to edit one of those, or I got to send it off to my editor, and I got to go through the process. And there have been times throughout the past 9 years where I've thought, man, I don't really want to do that. But the thing that got me through that was just like you said, just enjoying what I do, like getting on these calls with the creators like yourself and other folks that throughout the years is the reason why I do it. And so finding that passion, and I really ask people to reassess maybe where they are with their channel if they are to that point to where they're like, man, I don't know if I want to continue this anymore. Is it to a point to where maybe you should just take a step back, analyze what you're creating content about, and find the core thing that makes you happy, that'll make you want to push on and create through those tough times. So I could not agree more with what you guys have said on that. So that's fantastic. All right, last couple of questions that I want to ask for you or ask to you is quickly, what are some tips on transitioning from a service like TikTok over to YouTube? Like, how hard was that? What are some things that you did that maybe would make it easier for others if they're looking to bring audiences from different platforms to YouTube?
First thing, if you don't want people to be mean to you, you need to get on your comment filters very, very quickly, because on YouTube Shorts, now they have hashtags, but honestly, when we grew on YouTube Shorts, I did not even know there were hashtags. I wasn't doing any, and I still don't really do any. So we, have curated the algorithm towards people who like our stuff, but at first we were being shown on everyone's For You page, and they were very confused people. So yeah, jump on your comment filters really, really quickly. And then also, one mistake that I made when moving over all of my videos from TikTok and Instagram onto YouTube is that I wasn't keeping track of which ones I had already uploaded. And I still do this, where I will not be paying attention and I will have uploaded the same video 3 times. And our fans in our comments let us know every time. They're like, Ken re-uploaded this, didn't she? And I go, oops.
Oopsie. Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely when you first jump over, at least when we did, you're gonna get some comments that aren't nice, especially because you haven't created an audience for yourself. And how everyone handles that different. Comment filters, I think, are good. I personally am all about just deleting comments. I think that a lot of times it's setting the tone. When people go in and see a video and they see all these hate comments, they feel more comfortable leaving a nasty comment, versus when they come in and they see all these positive messages, they're like, well, I don't want to be the one guy leaving a comment. And it's actually really, I feel like someone could do a psychology study on that, because as as things grew and we have all these nice comments, we don't really get hate comments so much anymore. Every once in a while we'll get someone being like, why is no one calling this cringe? We'll get that one person kind of looking around confused. And it's because, we created a space where people could feel good about enjoying our content.
One big difference between TikTok and YouTube as well is with TikTok, you're a little more hands-off, or with YouTube, you're a little more hands-off on your comment section. It's harder to get those notifications. You have to actively go in and search for them once you get to a huge account. And so I just don't even know what's going on in those comments anymore. And because of that, I'm very hands-off. So there's no correcting people. You kind of let them do their own thing in there. And it actually has built more of a positive community than if you think going in and, arguing with someone in your comment section is going to be good. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
We don't do that. We do the initial kind of just, getting rid of the haters to set a good tone. And then once the things blow up and there's a community for them, we kind of try to give them space and let them debate things out. When people have fan theories, we don't go in and shut it down. We let them debate amongst themselves. We let them hypothesize about themselves. We try to let them create that fandom space and not kind of, hover too much.
I love that. Those are some really good points about building community. So thank you guys for sharing that and everything that you've shared with me today on the show. It's been really good. I think that it's fun to hear a story like yours where, you guys have grown so quickly, even though you had a previous or prior audience. It seems like you did the majority of it organically, and because of that, there's so many folks who message me throughout the week and the month and say it's too crowded on YouTube. There's no room for new channels or new growth. It just takes a unique idea and a fun story or a fun community or a fun niche and putting your own spin to it to grow and to create content that's going to flourish on YouTube. So if you would like to get in touch with Ken or Kade, you can do so with the links that will be in the show notes, but you can find their YouTube channel. It is Dino Bunny Cosplay. Guys, any final or parting words before we shut it down today?
Just that we are very, very excited and never thought that YouTube would be a big place for us. And
yeah,
we're very excited.
We're glad we found a home there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Ken, Kade, thank you guys so much again, and we'll talk to you next time.
Take care.
You've been listening to the YouTube Creators Podcast. We want to thank you and invite you to subscribe to the show, as well as support us on Patreon for great perks, such as having your YouTube channel featured on the show and a link on our website. Until next time, keep uploading those videos.